Conduct security control testing. Welcome to this lesson on conducting security control testing. Security controls are the policies, procedures, and technical safeguards organizations implement to protect data and systems. However, without regular testing, these controls may become outdated or ineffective against evolving threats. Security control testing helps organizations validate their defenses, identify weaknesses, and ensure compliance with security standards. In this lesson, we will explore different security testing methods, including vulnerability assessments, penetration testing, log reviews, code reviews, and breach attack simulations. Let's get started. Security control testing evaluates the effectiveness of security measures to determine whether they are properly protecting systems and data. It helps organizations identify vulnerabilities before attackers can exploit them. Think of security control testing like a fire drill. Just as fire drills ensure people can evacuate safely in an emergency, security testing ensures systems can withstand cyber threats and recover from incidents. For example, an organization may conduct a vulnerability assessment to identify weak points in its network, followed by penetration testing to simulate a real attack and measure how well security controls respond. Perform regular security testing to identify and mitigate vulnerabilities. Use multiple testing methods such as vulnerability scanning and penetration testing for a comprehensive security evaluation. Ensure security testing aligns with business objectives and compliance requirements. A vulnerability assessment is a process that scans systems, applications, and networks to identify security weaknesses that could be exploited by attackers. First, security teams use automated scanning tools like Nessus, Qualys, or OpenVAS to identify known vulnerabilities in systems and applications. Second, they categorize vulnerabilities based on severity, critical, high, medium, and low, so that remediation efforts can be prioritized. Third, vulnerability reports help security teams patch weaknesses before attackers can exploit them. For example, a vulnerability assessment may reveal an outdated web server running software with known security flaws, prompting the IT team to apply necessary patches. Perform vulnerability assessments regularly to identify and fix weaknesses. Prioritize remediation based on the severity of vulnerabilities. Use automated tools to streamline scanning and reporting. Penetration testing, or ethical hacking, involves simulating real-world cyber attacks to evaluate how well security controls can defend against actual threats. First, red team testing. The red team acts as ethical hackers attempting to breach an organization's defenses like real attackers would. Second, blue team testing. The blue team consists of defenders who monitor systems, detect threats, and respond to attacks. Third, purple team testing. This approach combines red and blue teams, allowing attackers and defenders to work together to improve security measures. For example, a company's red team may attempt to bypass firewall protections and gain unauthorized access to sensitive data, while the blue team monitors and mitigates the attack in real time. Perform penetration testing regularly to simulate real-world attacks. Combine red and blue team testing to enhance security defenses. Document findings and implement fixes to improve resilience. Log reviews involve analyzing security event logs from network devices, servers, and applications to detect suspicious activity or policy violations. First, organizations collect logs from firewalls, intrusion detection systems, IDS, and security information and event management, SIEM tools. Second, security analysts review logs to identify unauthorized access attempts, unusual login activity, or malware infections. Organizations use log analysis to improve incident response and forensic investigations. For example, a log review may reveal that a user account attempted multiple failed logins from an unfamiliar location, indicating a possible brute force attack. Automate log reviews with SIEM tools to detect anomalies faster. Regularly analyze logs for signs of unauthorized access or policy violations. Correlate log data across multiple sources to improve threat detection. Code review and security testing help developers identify vulnerabilities in software before deployment. First, static code analysis tools such as SonarQube or Checkmarx scan source code for security flaws without executing the program. Second, dynamic application security testing. DAS tools simulate attacks on running applications to uncover runtime vulnerabilities. Third, security teams use manual code reviews to identify business logic flaws that automated tools might miss. For example, a static code review might reveal an SQL injection vulnerability in an application's login form, allowing developers to fix it before release. Use static and dynamic testing tools to identify security flaws. Conduct manual code reviews for critical applications. Fix vulnerabilities before deployment to prevent exploitation. Breach attack simulations test how well an organization can detect, respond to, and mitigate cyber attacks. First, security teams use tools like MITRE ATT&CK to simulate advanced persistent threats. Second, breach simulations test how quickly security teams can detect and respond to attacks. Third, organizations refine their incident response plans based on test results. For example, a simulated ransomware attack may reveal gaps in an organization's backup and recovery strategy, prompting improvements. Conduct breach simulations to improve incident response. Test security defenses against real-world attack scenarios. Use simulations to refine security policies and controls. Now, let's summarize what we've learned about conducting security control testing. Security control testing helps organizations validate defenses and identify vulnerabilities. Vulnerability assessments detect weaknesses before attackers can exploit them. Penetration testing simulates real-world cyber attacks to measure security resilience. Log reviews monitor security events for unauthorized access attempts. Code reviews identify security flaws in applications before deployment. Breach attack simulations test how well security teams respond to incidents. By implementing these security testing methods, organizations can proactively strengthen their defenses and stay ahead of cyber threats. This concludes our module on conducting security control testing. Up next, collecting security process data. Stay secure.